I be the life of the party. I be the life of the party. I'm nice, I call it. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring.
What's your Foster?
Welcome to the Mancave Express, man. My name is DJ Kwame and the gang is kinda all here. But it's all here, man. This is LP Show Me Love. Why I always say LP Show Me Love? I always, I don't know.
Because I show love to everybody, dog.
We're on episode,
you want me to show you love again? LP Show Me Love.
We're on episode 27, right? I'm pretty sure in this 27 episode, I've only said your handle right twice, if not once. 27, I am fucking messed up. Let me do this again. Welcome to the Mancave Express. My name is DJ Kwame and I'm with Show LB Love in the studio, as well as our new ghost / the new person who's gonna join us / we might fire him tomorrow / my banner / everything else we have. Prince underscore the Dawn
Underscore.
Underscore.
There are so many
Prince
underscores.
Underscore. There. Underscore. There. Underscore.
So many
Dawn. Underscore.
I think we should bring back the other person who left. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
With spelling, yeah.
It's Prince underscore there underscore Dawn underscore.
This is the first time we're actually saying this thing, okay? Like normally we're saying Prince is there.
Yeah.
Like
But
really.
on post I make sure to push you there, dog.
You know,
Yeah. I make sure.
Yeah, man, this is a whole new, brand new, old new, everything new, but still the same vibes. Mancave Express, and we still have the very same number. That's 071 575 9895.
The number is the same, but
But what?
Nah, nothing is changed, but we're still hearing the and they're looking at the screen.
No, that's the whole
071 575 9895.
It's fine. The R is part of the local community English program that we have. That's how they used to teach us English in our government schools. They say, the boy is going to school. And then I thought that's how you speak English. You need to put R's in between. With, especially when you find pauses and commas. That's with commas, it's R.
Say
J. Those were like where you put all those commas. Don't you know that?
We don't buy no drinks at the bar. Where are we at on Instagram?
On Instagram, we're at the Kitchen Podcast _20.
Facebook?
The Kitchen Podcast. Just the Kitchen Podcast.
Twitter?
Do we have a Twitter?
I was testing.
Don't test me like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the content, share the content, also click the notification button so you can see whenever we release something new or find out we have a new face that we've put on the show or not. You never know. That's how it is. But we are the Kitchen Podcast.
Here's the new face. I'm joking.
Yeah, don't joke around with this thing. My guy, what is on your mind?
Why don't you ask me how am I?
I keep asking
What
you
if I'm
what's on
dying
your mind.
inside?
How are you?
Internal bleeding.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm sexy, dog. How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I'm tired. I think I've had a very busy weekend.
Yeah, I will lie in front of him. Sengisaba nokufonela.
At 1 a.m.
What's it doing?
Na sengisaba nokufonela ukuthi uzothi hayi makancane ngifuna ukulala.
I was like, okay, there's a bunch of messages here. I actually thought LB was responding. Then I see the time, I'm like, no, it's 1 a.m.
Nang blue tick.
Yeah, everyone.
What happened to your focus, Shandy's on your phone? I guess you have a time limit to be on social media.
Oh yeah.
I also do have a time limit on social media.
I saw this message at like 5 a.m.
Oh, when you woke up for gym.
Yeah.
Okay, how's gym going, dog?
Excellent.
you know,
He's picking up. Not even 50 to 10.
No, let me tell you. You know the problem. The problem with people who are doing new things. It's the same as people who just left alcohol. Like hate people who drink alcohol and they start telling you the bad reason why you should stop drinking. They're like, yo, alcohol is bad for you.
No,
like, there's nothing right you do with alcohol. Imagine if you start saving that alcohol money, how much you
Exactly, I was gonna go there.
I'm like, nigga, you used to drink. You failed being a drunk. Now you wanna tell other people to stop drinking. And you know what's messed up about those ones, né? Like because you don't see me putting in applications for work all the time.
It does not mean I'm
not doing anything. You don't see when my hustle is happening. And people are then saying, yeah, hey, people don't want to hustle. Hey, I want to just gonna get.
That's why I was saying I'm a taxi souk. That's your hustling time.
Me, I'm working, man. There's also the thing is that I think as a producer, you work better at night. It's very quiet, the music. So I'm already used to working during the, let's say 11 all the way to 5 o'clock.
What are you busy producing? Not babies, I hope. At night.
Yo, Mpana, I wanna in 2023, ne? If you hear a song with my name and you don't like that shit, you must understand I wasted 2022. I'm telling you right now, because I'm not releasing anything this year. I might have a couple of remixes and features this year, but I'm not having original music coming from my side.
That's I've never asked you. Where can people get your music, dog?
On all digital platforms.
That's always the answer.
No, because whatever you prefer to download your music from, that's where my music is at. And I'm pretty sure
data file host.
If you are that person that uses data file host, you probably would find it there because there's somebody that decided to upload it there. I am not going to be the person who goes to put my music Gufagaza, but I'm pretty sure you find my music Gufagaza. To get what I'm saying?
Because on our Faga's low, ne?
Nah, because also like I'm thinking about it. Like my least listened to song is at 5,500 views, right? On just YouTube, by the way, or 300 views. That means there's 300 people that decided, okay, let me listen to this thing, you know? And then those people have probably shared it somewhere else. And it'll get to where it needs to get to. You know, and time. You know, but patience. Yeah, I mean, it's for me. It's always like baby steps with everything else, and also like learning how to do, understand what. Yeah, sometimes you need to step away.
You guys are both musicians.
Yeah.
What gave you Ilokuzan a validity? Is it hey, ingesi depletion, surety? I want to know
validation.
This song validation. Yeah, man. Dealer boy. Validation. What I'm busy. JSS. SS.
Yeah.
Cool. What this song is gonna be fire. My poor mother.
Experience.
But experience.
Let me tell you the thing.
When experience goes how many years?
Since 2011. How many years is that? I stopped counting.
It's 12 years.
Yeah.
When?
Let me tell you.
Experience yako.
No, let me tell you my answer. I still do not know.
You just released.
Let me tell you why. Because I've never had a hit. I've had dope songs.
No, I'm not saying it should be a hit.
No, but let me tell you, because I've had. If then we go.
Because there are a lot of people who think they have hits.
Dude, I have hits.
The time it leaves that door,
as far as I'm concerned,
it becomes a flop.
Let me tell you right now. As far as I'm concerned, right, and this people can I put money on this shit, and if you like at me. DJ Kwame _ SA. It's not winning the lotto. DJ Kwame _ SA. Tag me and ask for your money. Last year I dropped something that is called Dear Ivory. Looking directly like Jesus. I dropped something that's called Dear Ivory. The dopest EP to come out last year, that was the EP.
By Maiza boy.
Yeah. No, yeah, because the industry is the industry the way it is, right? That EP is freaking dope. There is no EP that comes close to it last year. Bet money on it. And if you can bring an EP that is better than that EP, I'm not saying sales wise, I'm saying production and sound wise. If you can bring an EP that is better than that EP, right? Me, by myself, on my own, I'll give you 100 rands for each song that's on that EP. On my EP, so that's like 6 songs. So I'm spending 600. I'm not spending more than 600 on a nigga. But yeah, that's how. That's
on a female. How much are you spending?
No.
Hey, double
Take.
stand.
Do you want a bitch slap right now?
That's a double stand. Speaking of slap.
Yeah, police.
When you don't agree with a person, that's what you do. You just go into their space, and you do this.
Suck them out.
Suck them out. No, I don't know. I can't do this because that's not the sound we had. We all didn't hear the sound. You know what? Actually, you here as a friend of mine, and you go to gym with the other guy. And can I slap you and see what sound we can get?
As we proceed to give you what you need, what's on your mind?
That's slap. That's slap.
Uganyanyi.
That's slap. Guys, if you haven't seen the Will Smith and Everybody Hates Chris scenario, right? If you haven't seen that thing, please do yourself a favor and watch it, because as black people, it's very embarrassing. As black people, by the way, that shit should have never happened on black. Firstly, number two, it shouldn't happen on people. People should not hit other people. I don't care how mad you are as a person. Like, I don't think LB has any rights to hit somebody they don't agree with on anything. Let alone a comedian who's on stage, right? Because I think we all agree, Guti, comedian find humor in whatever they see. They try to create from real life stories, and they create things and they make it what it is, right? And if you've been to comedy shows, then you know which sometimes mongera a comedy show and you're sitting there and a comedian sees you unetai sebakbiza uplondi, or they call you Vinola Vimesh, because she's like the famous blondie we know in the SA country. Yeah. Oh, Vinesh.
She's late, no?
Yeah, late. Yeah, what? Oh, Vinesh! You're blonde. Right, that's how it is. Firstly. Number two, I also don't think it was very malice from Chris Rock. No, Chris
Rock.
Is it Chris Rock?
Yeah, it's Chris Rock.
I was thinking Chris Tucker as well.
Wow.
No, so Chris Rock, I don't think it was very malice of him, or he was doing it from a malice point to talk about Jada's thing. And maybe he might not even know what Jada is suffering.
What does malice mean for us who went to JSS?
Like Usile. Oh. Like he was trying, spiteful. Spiteful.
Okay.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, cool.
Continue.
So he was not trying to do it for. So I don't think he knew what Jada is suffering from the thing, because I didn't know as well until.
But wasn't it out there?
No,
I think she did share it.
I didn't follow it.
She did share it.
Who?
Lokuzane, the wife, but she's
no, she did, but I don't follow it. The same way where I also think with the scenario Will Smith, why I also think he's wrong. Will Smith didn't go and clap that guy who was in an entanglement with the wife, and that thing happened in the red table. He didn't go all Hulk on that guy who went in his house, in his bedrooms, and did all the shandies that he did with the wife for so long.
He was sick.
Who was sick?
August.
Who? August was sick?
Yeah. He was suffering from, I think, from drugs.
No, it doesn't matter.
So Will Smith didn't want to take advantage.
What I'm saying is that thing happened on the red couch, right? And it was a big thing, and we all made fun of it, and we talked about it, and we actually had a meal out of it. But he didn't go all Hulk and beast on him. And that's the person that I'm trying to find the right way. The person that
did most damage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Bop.
That Jada, that thing.
Imagine we're in March, ne?
Yeah.
Imagine when we hit August, how he's gonna be feeling. Oh well.
So.
Ascolapo.
With pants, eh? But yeah, so I don't know what you guys do, but I'm thinking there was plenty things he could have done, and that was the last one on the list.
But I think he also had time to think about it, dog. That walk from where you were sitting to Chris, it was quite a lengthy walk.
It's a lengthy walk to you, but to somebody who sees red, that's a very short walk.
Okay, if you put it that way, yeah.
And also I think some things I personally, this is also a personal thing. This is not probably on the facts. I think Will Smith is a very I'll remember the word, but he's not a nice person.
But do you think Okay, fine, he pretends. But do you think before he got the best shape of his life, he would have done that? Or he felt confident because he had the best shape of his life?
What do you mean best shape?
Explain, dog. You remember that thing on YouTube? YouTube show? It was called The Best Shape of My Life. You're missing the point. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm missing it. So it's fine, guys. We can miss other things, but
that's big Jimela Mapan again. I'm trying to say Jimin.
No, but you must share some of the puns with us before the show. It's a prep. But no, on wrapping up this Will Smith thing, right?
Yeah.
Number one. So Will Smith was wrong. There's plenty things to do. Firstly, I do not agree with the host or the because he was not the host. He was a presenter for.
He was a presenter. I thought he was a host.
No, he was presenting an award.
Yeah, he was presenting an award. Yeah.
Anyway, so what I would have done, from my side, as much as disrespectful that shit was to my wife, and everybody will fight for what's theirs. Agreed.
That fella, don't fight for us.
That night is the biggest night.
Your cousin got shot.
That night is the biggest night for actors. Firstly, that thing I do not agree with. What is gonna happen? Blah blah blah. Fish paste. I would have walked out. Do you get what I'm saying? Walk out
with your wife.
Leave my wife, whatever. We walk out with my wife. It's fine. We walk out. We stage. I walked out. But the problem is, you know why he didn't leave? Because Will Smith is very calculative. Like so I'm saying, he's very. For me, he looks like he's a very mean person. He pretends to be nice. He didn't walk out because he knew he was gonna win, right? He's won every other awards building to that one. This is the highest caliber of awards. These are the Grammys of movies. Do you know what I'm saying? You win this thing, you have won the Academy of Acting. That's where it is. So he knew he was going to win, and he didn't want to walk out because he wanted to receive. This is the first time he's winning an Oscar. First time. So he knew he was going to win because building to that, he was a favorite. And because he's like I said, I think he's not a nice person. He was like, fuck, nobody can touch me. That's why you find he's been trying to get this award from I Am a Legend, Pursuit of Happiness. That was like closer to him getting those awards, but but you see, he was working towards that, and he didn't get it. But the thing is that time was his with that King Richard thing. He was gonna win that thing. Everybody's been talking about it. He was gonna win that thing. That was the first time he's gonna win that thing. The only bad thing is that he won it, but we're not talking about the winning. We're talking about that slap. So it's overshadowed
the slap.
A moment that was supposed to be a Will Smith moment. Now he's there trying to do damage control, why he did it, and he goes on stage and he apologizes. Right? And also this is an industry where black people were not have fight for so long to be acknowledged. You use that big platform to actually humiliate another brother.
Do you think it was right for Chris to make that joke though?
He's a comedian.
I get it, but given the sensitivity of what the wife is going through.
Fuck that shit, dog. Fuck that shit.
It's possible he wasn't even aware.
Yes. There is a lot of... And also, by the way...
I wasn't aware.
Listen.
Yeah, I was.
You were aware?
Yeah.
I know you follow this softly mushy shit.
What the fuck? You want to say I'm soft?
But you're the one who told us about the entanglement when that thing happened.
Fuck no.
No, you was the one that told us about that round table thing. I remember.
What the fuck? I don't even know where it happens.
No, you follow all these round table shit. But also just to wrap up this because we're spending too much time and I don't like it.
You're the one who's dragging it.
Out of the two of us, right? Out of the three of us, in fact, right? You're the only one that knows. So let's use this ratio as the world ratio. That's 2 out of 3.
Okay, I get the point.
You know what I'm saying? So he's probably one of those people. Firstly, number 2, he just did the joke and left. So it shows good today's history somewhere that is still bubbling under, that is not that thing. But I'm telling you right now, even if pretend Jada is your wife, pretend for a minute, guys, pretend Jada is your wife, and you know she has that condition, and they joke about that shit. Is it enough for you to just stand up and go bitch slap somebody? I'll answer for you, no, from my side.
I would tell you like, yo, there you were wrong, I think.
But
actually going through this.
Would you tell the person on stage, or would you wait outside? Because you've got the access, by the way.
Yeah.
So
to reserve my professionalism and my dignity and my self-respect, you know, I would wait it out, and we'd handle things mano a mano.
Like they allegedly did after the slap has happened.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what he should have done. He should have waited. Because he was receiving a high honor.
But
that is the
but as fine. How we react to things, we're not the same.
I agree with you, but the question was posed to you. Leave what Will said. Fuck him. Fuck him in his mind. You, LB, right now, you are married to Jada, right? Oh, yeah, let's say Jada because that's the person we can use. We can't use anybody else in there. You're married to Jada, right? Jada has this condition. You know about it. You as a family been going through this shit together, blah, blah, blah. She lost her hair. She spoke about this thing on a to the couch thing. It is fine. You and you've sat with her. She's had worse stories. She's had entanglement and all the other shit. Like, she's had worse of the worst stories. Chris could have gone deeper. Dude, there's plenty of things Chris could have said. Right? Yeah. And I would have said, no, that's below the belt. There's plenty of shit. Now, what I'm saying to you is, you as the husband, they talk about that and they just do that joke. That joke was not even like that bad.
But when you look at the video, Chris made a joke, and then the camera was on both of them, the wife, Will Smith and the wife, right? And he was laughing, but the wife was not laughing. And then after that, we saw him walk into the stage. What if he's like, he felt to go to know, this shit is not nice to my wife. Let me act now.
Leave. Sorry. My bad.
Pussy.
But that's what I'm saying. Because they made that joke of the two couples nominated for each other, so Will should win it because they can't win it to both of them. Because if the other one loses, the other one wins. That was the joke. And then from there, he moves to Jada and say that joke, and that's where the Jada thing came about, right? Now I'm saying, I'm laughing. And let's assume the laugh that we saw from Will was the continuation from the couple joke, right? And then when it turns to his wife, and the joke for the wife is not laughing. Listen, if you are protecting your family and doing whatever your family is doing, stand up and stage your walkout. You and your wife.
It's gonna be a big day. Why did he walk?
And he was gonna win. I'm telling you, he wanted to be on that stage, receive his first award. That was very calculative of him. And also, I don't know why the Oscars didn't ban him after that. That's violence already. They should have just took him out from that thing to just leave. Because not only did he commit a crime on national TV or whatever TV that is, right? He also cursed 3 times. He said fuck twice.
True.
On podcast. He's a seasoned entertainer. He knows this thing, dog.
He's
One fuck is acceptable. Twice in less than a minute. Dude, not even songs do that.
It is a rapper.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that happened. Not even Mamtapi, that joke happened. It's uncomfortable. My wife is not happy. That's fine. We stand up.
Being polite. Yes.
We stand up. We hold hands too. We hold hands. Hold on, bitch.
That's gay as fuck. Don't do that. But yes,
but they walk and then they take that video of them walking. Now they've just said whatever you said we didn't like, without even saying a word.
Yeah.
One, it's a statement already. We go, and then number 2, we win that award because in less than an hour they won that award, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they win that award, nobody's there to receive it. Henny's just staged Elentole Accord.
No one was there to receive it.
If you walk out and you walk out of the award, you can't receive it. Right? That's what I'm saying. This thing was calculative, dog. It is maths done in the head. The thing is also, I think he was like, it might be the time where I don't win it again. It hit him that way. Because we can't have Tyler Perry and Denzel talk to you during an ad break to tell you what you did is wrong. Yeah. And you go on stage and you apologize to the enemy, not the person you slept.
Okay, my daughter says.
And also, I think he lied about Denzel telling him that thing about the higher you go, the more the devil turns and something.
The camera was also zoomed into Denzel.
Denzel has a poker face, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was sitting there.
He had teary eyes.
When that happened,
Yeah.
no, the teary eye was that this nigga finally won that shit. But otherwise, it was like, this motherfucker just lied about my
I feel
name.
like Gomez is sensitive in jail. He's just being that guy.
Denzel has a poker face. Denzel was about to say, King Kong has nothing on me.
Fuck all of y'all.
Fuck all of y'all. I made y'all.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Let's move on.
On the lighter note, dog. On the lighter
Stop
note.
wearing skinny jeans.
I don't wear skinny jeans. I don't own one. I wear slim fits. It's a different.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wear.
There's a difference, and the difference with Mbamba like a skinny jean. That's the difference.
No.
I'm kidding, man. It's a joke.
Yeah, I know it's a
This
joke.
thing gonna
but
get touched.
Let me explain. Nigga.
Like Will Smith.
Still wanna go back. Anyway, so I don't wear skinny jeans. Do you guys wear them?
I don't. Let me tell you a story.
What kind of jeans do you wear?
Straight cut, dog.
Straight cut. I'm comfortable with straight cuts.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I wore them a lot as a kid. When my mother still pushing and every time I see those pictures of mine wearing straight cuts, I'm like, motherfucker, what is this?
Lucky you have pictures when you were a child. I don't have fuck on. Anyways, I was called up.
Don't depress us like that.
What? Old pictures.
Yeah, he doesn't have old pictures.
I don't.
Dude, what did they do when visitors came to your house? Because when visitors used to come to your house for entertainment, they used to show them the photo albums.
Yeah.
I don't know, dog. There is an album.
You are not there.
No. There's one picture. One, literally one.
Out of the photo album, you like this?
Even in the house, dog. Like, you know, like not room divider again. We passed those ages, like room divider and shit.
Okay.
I'm not going to get offended because you didn't see my house. Some things you just need to see the house and then come back to this podcast and apologize for all the other things you just said about it. I mean, sometimes it's just that needs to happen.
Give us pictures, but don't download them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. Now I understand
kill
why
myself
people get
sometimes.
swiped. Is your name Chris?
How did you know? That's my English name.
Alright.
Okay,
so
what was I telling you?
you were telling me about your one photo shop. Your one photo on your
Photoshop.
album. One
You're still
photo
looking
on
for
your album.
Photoshop till today. Did you give him a Photoshop?
No, he didn't give me. It doesn't take me serious. Doesn't take me serious.
Wow. So if I didn't graduate, I was not gonna have pictures displayed.
My nigga, I feel bad for you.
I swear, dog.
What kind of conversation are you gonna have with your bae when you're just chilling, Jen Porregit? This is why
It's
you're
Facebook.
Oh, you've got those Facebook thing, link in Facebook.
Free mode.
Actually, that's kind of the reason Instagram was built. Do you know that?
Is it?
Yeah, Instagram was built on that photo album kind of shit situation, Shandis.
Dope idea. And then they had to bafaka filters.
Nah,
and then we got scammed.
That's how it is. So Instagram
men.
was actually made to preserve your memories because a lot of people were doing that in Facebook, right? And when the guy created the Instagram thing, then the guy bought it. It was the idea, which instead of putting your pictures there and saving it, because people had that idea with it. If I put my pictures here, I'm gonna save them. Like your what's that Google Drive situation?
Yeah.
They did that, but they used to save the ones that they like. They didn't save 100 of them because they take like, you know, women take 100 pictures of the same thing. But yeah, so now they created Instagram for that very same reason, where you can keep your thing. That's why when celebrities have kids, they create their account for your kids. And then they just basically load pictures. Yeah, they just load the pictures of the kid. It's basically to preserve those pictures for when the kid grows older. You can show it to them in dating times. It's true. That's why you restrict access. So it's because the YouTube. But because celebrities wanna, by the time are cool, I have a lot of ways to make money off it. That's what they open it to public to see.
Oh, okay.
But that was the idea. So I've got like I was telling you about my skinny jean thing. So I wear slim fits. What do you wear?
Slim cut, yeah.
Slim cuts as
Oh,
well.
mama, that's not a slim cut. He pulled bottom.
But yeah,
Look at it down there, dog.
Shelly was involved there. Though.
I prefer slim cut.
Did you hear who was involved?
Yeah?
Do you hear?
I'm just saying, I wear slim cuts.
Do you hear who was involved?
I understand. Because the thing is that
Bamkhiphela impahla uzogqoka lezi namhlanje.
hey, okay, boy. But also, have you noticed, right, the trend that in like 15 years ago till today, right? Women were wearing skinny jeans, and now they've gone from skinny jeans to boyfriend jeans, right? And then guys have gone from what do you call yours? Straight cuts.
Yeah.
From straight cuts to skinny jeans now. Like the roles have reversed in a way.
Do you think the roles have reversed in the house as well?
I think so. I mean, I think there's a lot of guys that cook and clean and take care of household things, while women
And
go out
kids.
and hustle.
And kids?
No,
Do you
no,
take
no,
care
no.
of kids?
We can't bear. We can, what you call it, be pregnant and bring kids into the world. But I think as soon as they're here, if the breadwinner is the wife, then she goes back to work and I'll take care of the kids.
Guys, still today, I don't know how to change diapers now.
You don't know how to change diapers. I don't even have a kid, but I can change diapers.
I was left, when I was in Cape Town, I was left with my niece.
Oh my Jesus ways.
My two nieces, the other one is young. And then I'm like, hey, auntie, come. I think this baby has a problem here. And then I'm holding the child like this. Because I was playing with the child, you know. I'm like, hey, auntie,
Like a
come. How? You don't know how to change the child? I'm like, I don't know. Please, come. And then she does. And then she calls me. Like, man, Mele will come. I'm like, okay, what's happening now? Like, would you like to do the honors of putting the thing in?
Honors?
Yeah. Of going, what you call it?
You must learn, dog. I think
I
you
won't.
should learn.
I will learn. I will.
When the guy should learn.
When I have my second child, I will.
If you like the content, please subscribe. Click the notification button to hear or find out.
To hear.
Yeah, to hear and find out.
Yeah.
To find out or be here with us when we drop something new and fresh for y'all. Also, please like our social media handles on Instagram with the Kitchen Podcast _20, on Facebook with the Kitchen Podcast. Sorry. Also share this content with your friends, invite people, leave comments there, tell us what you want to hear, and most lastly and most important is that if you want to share your opinion on voice note, you can send it on 071
575 9895.
There's a question I have, man. And as you, the person that's been at school, who still does school, you're doing your final year, right?
Yeah.
You're doing your final year.
There's no proof.
Anyway,
I'm joking.
I can
but also, school changed while you were in. You then started
During
doing
COVID.
e-learning, right?
Yeah.
E-learning, and you practically had an experience of both ways of learning, like going into physically into school and then going into online schooling, right?
Sure.
Which one is better?
I think the e-learning works better.
How so?
I got spend the money transport.
You have a lot more access to more information than you would at school. Yeah, let me say it like that. And right now, I think I once brought it up in a conversation we once had in one of the previous episodes that it's much more effective now to use your phone to access information than to go to a library and go through 7 books to find
If you have data.
one fact. Yeah, well, we live in a day and age where you need data. You can't live without data now.
Hey, bakhona bangakwazi waforda.
Dude, you're going home just not sometime before Good Friday or before Good Friday. You're going home.
Donations, please.
No, for
Data.
no, not even for data. The reason I'm saying that, I'm just saying that you're gonna go to a place where access of internet is not as privileged as you in the area you are in now is, and kids they might actually need places like libraries to do this thing. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
Libraries are becoming extinct, especially for the rapid growth of books that need to be put out. The books are outdated.
I don't know if you've ever heard of e-libraries.
No, because I was going there
Yeah.
in my hood, right? In my hood, we have a library that's been there for a while, And even during my time of school of going to school, the library had access to internet, and they had computers where we could go and Google what the type of stuff we needed for the account. Obviously, at the time, it was like intranet, so it wasn't as vast as it should be. I think now it has been open because I haven't been there in a while. I used to go there for my matric days. I used to have days off and then I go there and study there, because if I studied at home, DSTV will get the hold of me. So we'd go there and study. So that's where I saw all the other stuff, because there was a section where you could go study. There's a section of books, of literature, and all that stuff. So we'd find a corner and then study with our group. But not all libraries are like that, you know. And it's very unfortunate that we also don't have access to internet the way we should as a second, third world country.
It's tough.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Tough.
So because if Josie CBD doesn't have free internet,
Abanga, Kiani,
and I know Victoria, some of the places don't have, but some of the places
some have,
you know, and if places like Abu Soweto, they still, I think some places in Soweto now are finding this what's this new internet thing? Fiber. They have now gotten fiber into the thing, and I know somewhere in Tembisa there's also places where they're building the fiber situation coming in. In Ivory, fuck that shit. We don't even have that shit coming. But there's other places that we have. The outskirts of it kind of have the fiber, because I've been seeing my posts. It is not as easy, because I need to they have to dig for it to actually have that thing. But also the thing is that with Ivory tenders or also classic tenders that people get is that as soon as they start digging, they stop for some odd reason. They just stop, and you're like, now you're left with a hole there that needs to be filled, but nothing's going to happen for like a good 6 months to a year. Like, it's messed up how a pothole in the hood can last 2 years, and a pothole in the burbs could last 2 weeks.
I saw a tweet whereby an LM daughter tweeted to Fikile Mbalula, say man, this pothole fucked up my tire and what, 2 tires actually. And then how next thing we see a tweet, it's been handled.
Yes, it's because in the hood nobody takes us serious.
Shit.
And let me tell you something. I think off air we talked about billionaires living in the hood, right? Ivan Koza lives in Soweto, right?
Orlando, ne?
Yeah. The thing is, I bet money. Go into that area, especially that surrounding area that he lives in, right? Bet money into that area. That area is a suburb.
Yeah, it looks like a suburb.
I haven't been, but yeah.
Nah, I've been. There was a party at the street once. I went there when I was still living in Josie. There was a party, Bashai 626. So the lady that lives there, or it's a lady now, but she was a chick at the time. It was a woman. But anyway, had a party, same street. And the party invited us hooligans to come party there. We were there partying, and then we were there partying, and then the king drove past the party, but the party was blocking his way to go to his house. I'm telling you, when I tell you it, after he passed, 30 minutes was very long before the cops came to shut us down. And now the party ended proper. It's not Pelile. It was like in the burbs where they're like, curfew guys. We
so it was not a 6 to 6 anymore.
It was never going to be a 6 to 6, chief. But when we left Josie to go attend this 21st / party of whatever thing we were going to do there, I don't remember if it was the 21st.
So you're saying that maybe they didn't tell the thing in their neighbors?
It doesn't matter, dog.
Shit.
It doesn't matter. And we're not even close to his house. We're just a street where he needs to go past to go to his house, which was like maybe a block away from the way we are.
How?
Do you get what I'm saying? But that's how it is. So that street doesn't have potholes, and that street doesn't have a mukuku. That area doesn't have. I have a shack next door just to keep my things storage. Neighbors are well, as if it's like, don't worry, I'll build so that your house can complement my house.
Yo.
As if he said that. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying, even the houses next to his house are
But
not
Cavaz, if it was that situation.
no, it probably is. But also, that's how it is.
from Ivan.
Like if you live next to a doper house, you don't put a shack. Even if you have a shack, that shack cannot stay. Let's say 10 years. The same thing. And obviously, the inverse is also true. You can have a very dope house in Makelani's house be trash.
Yeah.
And that will happen. But if as soon as the Makelani is able to change,
Switch.
she's gonna change into, or he's gonna change into a house that is better suited to the same caliber as yours, because houses are valued according to what your neighbors' houses are. That's why you can't build it.
Yeah.
You can't build a million rent house in the hood, because if you build it, it will still not be valued at that much, because your neighbors will determine if your money, your property goes up or
What
down.
about surrounding areas?
What do you mean?
You've got Jobo, so what's this? Orlando.
Yeah.
What's next to Orlando?
Orlando would be yes, hold on. Orlando,
Take your time.
Pinville. Pinville.
So Pinville, let's say for example, Pinville is not the place. Maybe it's dirty, full of thugs and what. So it doesn't affect Orlando's
it's
sales
far
and all
away
that.
from you. It's far.
Let's say it was close proximity.
No, that's what I'm saying, Guti. Let's say the radius of what? Let's say 10. I don't know, 10, 15, whatever. You enter the account. So let's use 5 kilometers around you, right? If the house is 5 kilometers around you, their worth is, even their conditions are good, then that will help, because that's the general idea, which isn't like that's a rich neighborhood. The neighborhood is Ikaslako. Like for example,
the ones that are close.
When we're saying CBD, right? We don't count Maboneng.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's always like these areas around, and we don't count where the Marshalltown or whatever that place is.
But do you hear my question though?
I hear what you're saying, but so what value here is not affected by Marshalltown? It's way of looking. So Marshalltown is Marshalltown alone.
Yes, but my question is, what if now Mina and Marshalltown is so? Right? Marshalltown is the ED-ish.
Listen, you're saying...
So the value of Marshalltown is not affected by CBD now.
Alex and Senton.
Let's put it that way.
Whatever value Senton is not affected by Alex.
But let's say now the proximity. Because now
Yeah. No, but you're talking neighbors, Angitwen.
Let's put it that way.
Yes, what I'm saying with...
Not neighbors in such a way, like
the street away. You mean like, let's say maybe the street separates the two,
the rich and the poor,
and it doesn't affect.
Doesn't affect, because it's probably gonna be different logishes.
It's the same.
But
in my hometown.
that does not stop the crime and shit.
Okay,
crossing over.
True, but let me put it like this way. There is is it in Jimiston, there's a place I'm trying to... Benoni and Lakeside, right? Benoni and Lakeside is literally a street apart. You would do... You would say, I am in Benoni, and then jump a street to the next side, you're in Lakeside. Two different area codes. So that doesn't determine where your life is at, as far as the value of properties. You probably would be, Benoni will be cheaper, or Lakeside will be cheaper, because now we are buying areas that we are in. Is Lakeside an affluent area, or is Benoni affluent? And both those places are affluent. That's the only place I can think of from practically in my head. And also, and then we think Tembisa ne Ivory. So Ivory, where we were at, Tembisa is also, like, these are walking distance and they're next to each other. I'm pretty sure properties in Tembisa are way valuable than, as I say, Ivory. And it doesn't matter how much we've built where Ivory is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're also a young township compared to Tembisa.
Okay.
Tembisa has been there longer, and the stands are bigger. In this sense, and you might not even find shacks in Tembisa. Do you get what I'm saying? There's areas where it just goes with no shacks forever. And obviously there is still like Abu Winnie Mandela and all the other stuff that have illegal aircon. And then you might go to an area in Ivory Park where there's no shacks at all, right? And then obviously there's other places where there's shacks. But the area that doesn't have shacks, the value is kind of different, property-wise. My neighbor was selling a house, I think, for 600 and something thousand. And I thought it was ridiculous. Because it's like, even the structure wasn't for website much.
Standard, yeah.
But yeah, cool. And then there was a house, I think, not far away from my house, where they were selling, I think, for 300 and something thousand. Same size, length, and all that other stuff. But do you see the difference? It's not, they were not. I can walk to those places, but because of the structure that is there, because the value is the property you're on, the structure you've built, right, and the economy around it. That's how you value everything else.
The area.
So the economy is like least of everything else. So the property, the structure, the economy around it. And by the way, if then we've got bills that we haven't paid. We haven't paid. If I'm buying your property, then that money needs to be paid. So it's either I'm buying it with the bills, or after buying it, we need to take that money off from. So we pay those bills first, because we can't change ownership with an outstanding bill. So we need to first cover that shit and then pay.
All right, I hear you.
That is that. So e-learning is very important in a nutshell.
Go to school, Ernest. Go to school. Stop being lazy, man.
It's not about being lazy.
I'm joking. What's wrong with you guys? What happened to your sense of humor today?
Because
Where's X?
Talking about schools, right? Talking about schools.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to driving schools and you go learn how to drive, there's things that driving instructors never tell us. Guys, I'm nice because it's all the three of us and we all have our driver's license here.
Yeah.
That means we've gone through the process.
I've got a funny story for that.
So what did they tell you? And then
watch your shit.
It's the whole. They didn't tell me that I can pass without a bribe.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Where did you hear about the bribe when?
No, but he's saying he didn't need to pay the bribe to pass.
You didn't need
but
to
he
pay.
wasn't told. He was told, Lele, you wanna pass
Pay the bribe.
Whether you can drive or can't drive.
So he told you live.
like my instructor advised, when we go to that test,
You need to pay.
You must have me or something there.
How much?
And then I won't mention the figures. Hey, I don't know how they operate.
We don't know where you did your license.
I can tell you right now, I paid 500 rands.
But it's supposed to be more.
This was in 90 what?
Dude, my license is expired 3 times, twice.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but he advised, like I say, you need to have at least this amount of money, and then when we get there, you hand it to me. I go speak to that guy.
Oh, you hand it to him. Let me tell you.
You hand it to the instructor. Then he goes to the
traffic cop.
The traffic cop. That's gonna be.
Isn't that fucked up though?
Yay, dog.
Let me tell you how my funny story went. Let me tell you my funny story of the bribe went.
Yeah.
Don't lie to us, you also paid bribe. This is how my thing went. So obviously paid for the lessons, right?
Yeah.
And mine was in Benoni. I did it in Benoni. So paid for my lessons. And then when I paid for my lessons, on the day of testing, he said to me, he told me a week before, for the thing, we'll need 500 rands for the guy isn't Zohamba Shop. And the reason
fucking cheap.
The reason I went to that guy, also because he was a friend to my brother, the reason I went to that guy, he told me guaranteed you're getting the license. Whether you can drive or not, we are now riding. Hold on. This is where the bribe comes from. Because then after we hang out, obviously, because he was friends with my brother, then he started explaining everything in Entercon. When we're driving, then you realize that, motherfucker can drive.
Okay.
So the thing is that then he said, we still need the money though.
Fucking mad.
Then I gave him the money. Then he took the money.
Okay.
And there was like an envelope. Then he put the money
Was it
out.
the brown one?
No, it wasn't brown, but he obviously. So he took the envelope, and then I'm sitting on the driver's seat. When we parked the truck with the texting ground. I had to go the other side because I need to come in from the other side. He was in the truck, then he put it on the passenger seat.
Oh.
And I took the truck to the thing. So he was sitting at the passenger seat. He put it at the passenger seat. Then he left. Then he left the truck there.
Yeah.
When they called my thing, we went in. And I know the truck because I was the one who parked it. And I went into a park. Then he sat there on the side. When he sat there, the first thing he did, he just went. He got his paper. He saw his envelope. He put it next to his papers.
Exposing
and he
Pinoni.
no, man, let's do it all the time. Then we went into the cones. Code 10. And then we do the last part was the step hill. Step hill was gone. And then he wrote his thing and he says, "I know, let's go to the road."
Sure.
Right. Tell you right now, I went on the road for a good 10 minutes. No, I was like, I'm wasting my fucking time. So we went, and then as soon as we came out, and he told me, the guy instructor told me, as soon as you go out, just know you've passed.
So you were celebrating while you were sitting there?
No, I'm not celebrating because I'm driving this truck. So we drive, and he says left, I'm like left, he says right, he says right. So the only thing he told me that I'm only grateful of, and I've told my brother who failed a couple of times, that even though you know how to drive, do not be the guy who puts the hand in.
Oh, super free, man.
Yeah. Never do that. That thing is an automatic fail, basically. Yeah. So he's like, I was there, like, but he right, and I'm like, and I was like,
yeah, you're not allowed to do this shit.
No. I was there. So we went 2 minutes, we shop around twice, shop around 10. And he said, we're wasting our time, let's just go back. And then we went back. And then I parked the car, and then after I was scared, Fana. There's nothing as scary as tests. I don't care how much you've prepared, that shit is scary.
Mr. E-Learning?
Yeah. No, I hope you didn't confuse me. So I didn't bribe. I actually got my license fair and square.
Let me clear this shit out.
You didn't pay. Nah, me I paid, but it was unnecessary. But yeah.
This is where the funny part is coming. So this nigga was irritated.
About?
And I got there with nothing.
Yeah.
Like
and you came back with something.
And I got there, no money, nothing. This nigga was so irritated. Gets there. I see the look in his eyes that this guy just wants to fail me. Dog.
Yeah.
He just wants
He's waiting for one mistake.
One mistake, dog. And the thing is, I'm not giving him a chance, dog.
Much budget, manje boy.
I'm not giving him a chance. We get out, isn't it? You start in the traffic department.
Yeah, inspecting the car and what, and then you get in.
The cones and whatnot,
yeah.
Reversing. And then I passed that with ease.
That was if you know the drive, that's
code 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
So
I'm at 10.
We leave.
When are we code 8?
10.
What the fuck is wrong?
I'm including myself, Mus.
This guy tries to fail us, dog. This nigga tries to fail me, right? He says, do a hand signal that we're turning left.
They didn't tell me about that shit.
And I wasn't aware, or now I must know hand signal.
Was it like this?
I don't even know till today. I don't know the sign.
You have to do this?
I think this is the side.
This is the way, I think this is the one.
This is the side, and then when you go this side, and then you go, I think you go this way.
I didn't do that.
I think so. I don't remember even the record. That's ancient. But also, you should have said,
I paid 500.
I didn't try this Koroko, I mean, like, I'm still over my signal, right?
No, for me it didn't make sense because I can see the indicators work. So, he was like, do a hand signal. I didn't answer him. I didn't even crack open the window, nothing. I just did the indicator, turned left, and that was it. And as you're saying, like, there's nothing scarier than waiting for your result. The thing is, I knew I didn't pay, and now I irritated this nigga, and he was trying to make me fail with the hand signal.
So he was testing you?
Yeah, but fortunately I passed. I was so happy, dog. Oh my God.
Pass, dog. Pass.
No,
pass.
Not pass. Pass. No, but this is sent what? This is JSS.
Listen. I want to test. waiting for the results is the most annoying thing, because even if you know you did well, it's just scary. It's like going to an HIV test thing, right? And you do that thing, and you know, but like you've been celibate for
But that's not the
6
only
months.
way you can get it.
No. But I'm saying, I'm assuming you've been clean. But I'm using celibate because most chances are that's the most common way to get it, right? Sexual.
No, but
No,
you clean the machine,
dude.
But I get you. Don't worry.
You don't
Let's
think
continue.
you don't think of getting. Nobody in the world they think. Name 3 ways of getting an STI.
We are saying LOL.
Name 3 ways.
You didn't do life orientation.
No, I did it. But when they say name 3 ways or name ways of getting HIV/AIDS, nobody starts with cutting hair. No one. Cutting hair, man.
You never know, dog. You
No.
never know.
No, nobody says. Do you know? Yesterday, I was with the chef, right? And then we were sitting down, and I was so somebody bought food or didn't finish the plate, right? And
Doggy bag.
No, not even doggy bag. It was like a shop. And then this lady says, who was bringing Ugutla, says, "What do we do with this?" And I was like, "The bean, right?" And then she said, "Why?" No. She said, "Why we do that?" And the chef then explained to the person, even if ukudla comes from the outside, and the person says, "This food, that food is never goes to be put aside in for somebody else. You
come and buy.
You don't do that because the person would either spit on it or udlinyama, but amakams are bleeding. So when you try to consume that food as ama leftovers for technically you might contract it like a C4, like maybe une TB or something else. So when food comes back from a customer, it goes to the bin.
Makes sense.
And that's the etiquette of the kitchen, right? And I wasn't thinking about it that way until now we're having this conversation. I'm like, oh, okay,
so he
cool.
said that to you?
No, he was explaining. Me, I knew it was a deep bin, but I wasn't thinking as far as people are coming with diseases and all that other stuff. It is food that is wasted. We are not going to be saving it to anybody else. Technically, it needs to go to bin because that's the flow we're doing it. We are not giving it to anybody else.
Okay.
Understand? And we're not giving it to dogs. Fuck that. We don't have dogs. The only people who have dogs like when you get home. And also, I'm not a dog person. Fuck that shit. Those niggas are nasty. Dogs are nasty. Big man best friend. Futsek.
That's what you said to all the dogs.
The Futsek. They tell you, Roger is good, he's a good puppy. He doesn't bite anybody until he bites you. That's new. No one will tell you that.
You know what they say?
He never does that.
But all men are dogs. But boy. That's the one.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about that situation with how can you contact other STIs.
Gokunda.
No, nobody will say that.
Sexual intercourse.
And then the class starts. And the class goes quiet. Now only a few people are just thinking of other ways to do it. That's the answer we go for. That's the answer we go for, and then everybody else is like thinking out of the box. Now it's very hard. And then you start doing things like, if you are bleeding in your gums, and the other person please, and you kiss, and you're like, if you use the same razor,
but you need a certain amount of liters there.
Saliva.
And that's that one who's quiet. Say something, anything. Just open your mouth. Say something. I don't know. Give me 0.
If I get hurt on the playground and then somebody else also comes in and touches me and my blood and I contract, that's also how you get it.
That's a whole fucking easy.
Talking about getting STI is in HIV/AIDS, right? There is a thing that we did that was as a government or as the world where we gave away free condoms because of the AIDS pandemic that was happening, right? And it was dope. It was nice, and people stopped using them for like fucking reason. I don't know why.
Government condoms are Nina choice. One way or another, you're gonna feel my noise.
And it doesn't make noise at all.
Hey, got to who's in South Africa.
So I was thinking about it. I don't understand why the government has not introduced free sanitary pads. Why is it so hard for sanitary pads to be a free thing? Not even, but there's also trust and everything else. I mean, we have a choice to maximize.
Hola.
Maximize.
Okay, I taught you well.
The options we have around us. So people bought trust. I think they can always buy. What's the pads that they use later there?
Kotex?
Flexi.
Always?
Flex. Yeah, like people can decide, good, I want to use the Flexi pad because their product treats me right. Because there's also women who tell you, these ones don't treat me right, these ones treat me right. Be careful, don't buy the blue ones, buy the pink ones. And I get there's like 3 different colors of pinks.
And there's different sizes as well.
There's different sizes.
Here's a question, gents. If you're a woman, you say, hey babe, I'm going to the shop quickly, right?
Yeah.
You're out. And wait, baby, please buy me always there. Are you gonna buy?
Yeah.
You gonna buy?
Yeah.
Listen,
okay.
I lived with the woman the time when I used to live with the woman, and she sent me to do that thing, and then she told me buy pink, and I got there was different kind of pink.
You bought pink.
No,
no,
let me tell you what I did. Everything that looked pink, including the red color, I bought that shit. Me, I bought everything, one of each.
Nah,
there was a time where I was a baller.
Like who yesterday thinking at Uhuru?
Don't involve me with other people. Hey. Me, I'm staying other people's problems. Hey, I got smiling. But yeah, so I think the government.
Oh shit.
Okay, maybe let's wrap up this way. How can the government do a rollout Yama sanitary pads? How can they? Maybe they have a problem of rolling out. Let's figure out.
Rolling out.
Yeah, maybe the rollout problem is the thing, because I think there was a lady who did that. Condom. Not condom, but why am I thinking condoms? The lady who did the sanitary pads that is a one size fit all and you can wash it.
Yeah.
I think that person deserves a tender. You get a free sanitary pads that can go around. Do you get what I'm saying?
True.
So why are they not doing it? And it can't be a business idea, because Choice have been there, Trust have been there, Choice is the free ones. Trust have been there, Lovers Plus have been there with Pearl's face, and then now with No Place Face. It's fine. What other ones do we have? Rough Riders have been there. There's plenty of condoms that have been there before and after Choice and Trust. True. And the other one, no name ones that we used to have before our time.
But don't you think it's because they were trying to, by introducing the free condoms, they were trying to increase the number of people who can get AIDS and all that?
They didn't introduce free masks.
Yeah.
They didn't introduce free masks.
I saw a business out of that.
No. Everybody saw a business out of that, but they didn't introduce free masks. Because if they were trying to reduce something, they should have tried to reduce.
Maybe they're benefiting somehow, by selling them.
So now
someone up there is benefiting. That's why they can't make it
here's
for
another
free.
question we can put in an essay if we were writing an essay on this thing, right? Do you think the government of today, right, is worse than the government of yesterday?
The apartheid, you mean?
Yeah, because think about it. If the yesterday government, right, would thought of giving away free condoms and free shandies. I remember they also went all out. They did those HIV/AIDS adverts with those Mapopai.
Yeah.
And they were working. But there was a pandemic and they worked on the pandemic.
Economically, I think the previous regime would have done well.
With the pandemic.
Yeah. I think they would have handled.
And let's not talk about the government, the governing. perspective. We're talking about pandemic situations.
Okay.
You know, we're talking where it's needed. Like I mean, thinking about it, I'm thinking about the looting situation. Do you think the government, yesterday government,
Yeah, best of vakashela abaningi etolongwe.
They wouldn't have stood
Ha.
for that.
Ha, yay.
There would have been people getting collected,
Yeah.
being beaten up by police, what. Yeah.
But they won't, like, I don't think they would have done it anyway, even that looting. They wouldn't even thought about it.
Because you were like, hey,
Yay, kuzonyiwa lapha.
ubas.
Ubas. Omenier. Ah, shit. But don't you think our government now, they were not even educated about this pandemic?
It's not. I don't think it's an education thing.
I feel like they didn't know jack about it, dog.
Let me say this. Did you know anything about the pandemic?
No.
But did you
But it's
have
their
better
duty to
idea?
educate.
No, forget education.
Like AIDS. Ama Popeye nan.
Ezinye izinto zidinga education.
Zidinga.
Ezinye izinto zidinga to finesse the situation. How do you do it better? How do you ezinye izinto zidinga leadership, not.
And what are you saying about our current leadership?
Dude,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They don't know jack.
Let me tell you.
They don't know jack about
I'm not
it.
an advocate of
Hey, vaccinate.
let's give power to the young people. I'm not an advocate of that shit.
Why?
Let me tell you why, right? Because the young people are all about the bag. They're all about
All of them.
Hold on. I'll tell you where I'm going with this thing, right? We all have hustler spirits, and hustlers can lead. Period.
What makes a hustler, dog?
The word is in the game. The swingler is a hustler. People like the swingler are hustlers. They're not business people. People who make money off tenders are hustlers. Do you get what I'm saying? Being a tenderpreneur is not being a businessman. You can't be a businessman making your money off tenders. You are not a businessman. You are a hustler. I'm saying, so the same way where I'll say let me see other people, like the people on social media, right? For example, they're not businessmen, they're not businesswomen.
Yeah, but yes, there are hustlers, but not everybody is a hustler.
But what I'm saying is that as soon as
Wolf of Wall Street.
yes, but also let me tell you.
Bring that to SA, dog.
But also let's say this, right? Every social media influencer is not a businessman.
I know.
Or businesswoman. And these we're talking about people who are making money.
Is it possible to be a hustler and then be a businessman, an entrepreneur?
It is probably.
Aww.
But also it depends where you stop. And I'll tell you this thing. You see, someone like Nyovest, right? Nyovest is a businessman, not a hustler, dog.
Do you think the way he moves is solely him?
It's business.
Or, what's his name? His manager.
What you want to run?
Flip, I forgot his name.
What you want to run? I also
We're
forgot
about
his
to say
name.
it, you know.
He has a female name though.
No, he has a female name.
Yeah, he has a female. Doesn't he have a female name?
We have Wi-Fi. Why don't you Google this shit? Yes, and
Okay. Anyway, we don't have time to Google his
We
name,
need
but
to cut soon.
okay, cool. So we don't have his
And
name.
time
But what I'm saying, I'm not saying we don't
Let's
have
put it in
leaders.
the comments.
We don't have leaders in we do have leaders in the country, right? And in the form of a person like Nhlanhla Next.
That's who?
Lax.
Next.
Next
Next level.
It's that LUX. That LUX got me fucked up. but somebody also, I was having this conversation with some of my friends, and I was talking to someone, and the person who told me, "Good, I must listen to my soul." Right? We're having this conversation, and said, if you look at Black Coffee, right, and you see that this is business, this is leadership moves that he's doing, then that means technically we've got leaders, because Coffee is a businessman. Euphonic is a businessman. These are not hustlers. I'm not even. I can point a million.
I'm not a businessman. I'm the businessman.
Who are just business people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Patrick Mutsipe is not a hustler, dude.
He's a businessman.
Clean.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get money somewhere.
Would you say Tira is a hustler business?
Tira is a business, dog.
Okay.
And a leader. Like there's people who are business people who are not leaders, right? Matamela is a business, but not a leader. And I'm very disrespectful.
Do you think
the way I
leaders
said
are
it. The
made
president.
or they are born?
Eh?
Do you think leaders are made or they are born?
I don't think leaders are made, dog.
Why?
Because leaders need to learn how to follow first.
Agree, disagree?
You can't lead if you're not, you can't lead if you are not willing to follow, dog.
If you
You're unable to follow.
You need to understand how the people work in order for you to be in a position where you can take charge.
Okay, cool.
That's why, perfect example. Every time you've had the worst boss in your life, right? You had like a boss that you literally understand which this person wasn't able to follow anyway. So he can't lead. Not that you must understand why a person is unable to do a certain thing.
Okay.
That's what I think leaders do. And that's why I'll tell you right now, Gucci your vest is a business person. Clean, free. And again, I don't like some of the moves he does. I'm not a fan of it. But look at how he positions himself. And the thing is that with people like Nyovest, when they're doing things, they're not doing things for them, right? It's the idea he brings to the people coming after him. If it wasn't for Nyovest, the idea of doing your own show and filling up the dome as a South African artist wouldn't be a realistic
Didn't Brenda
thing.
fill up FNB Stadium?
Nah, dog. We don't count those things because that was not monetized as a listen, when seats were not booked, Brenda would fill up shows because I would copy my ticket, right? Duplicate it, and my ticket would
Wow,
get
man,
15
where were
people.
you?
And this is how PSL games used to go. People, for example, the Stampede in Orlando, in Esalen Park. Do you know why there was a Stampede?
Because
One of the reasons.
cool.
How does it get an overflow when tickets are dedicated to seats specific?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
During that Brenda Fassie thing, she probably could have done it, right? But the thing is that they were not ticketed in the right way, and I think ticketed is the English word.
Monitored?
Ticketed.
Yeah.
Ticketed.
Monitored.
The right English word. Monitored, ticketed. Let us know on the bottom when you comment on this thing. This is the Kitchen Podcast, the Mancave Express with the three guys. Everybody's here. My name is here. We almost Googled, but we didn't. Anyway, this has been a free flow show. My name is DJ Kwame. I've been rapping all day.
Ooh, free flow. Government selling shit
For free. We out of here. Catch you next week. Yo, I need to change.
I be the life of the party. I be the life of the party. I'm nice, I call it. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Hey, I wanna get it started. I be the life of the party. I be the life of the party. I'm nice, I call it. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Hey, I be the life of the party.